So working on the legs this afternoon. I don't know if I'm going to hit my goal or not. Hopefully that fan isn't too loud. It is really hot today. So Cheryl bought me a nice fan. Pretty miserable. I guess I could close up the garage and let the air conditioner seep in here, but need to have some fresh air once in a while. And with me working from home now, well, that was before the quarantine, I don't actually get to do anything but be in my house. So anyway, enough stories, enough whining. 30 seconds of whining. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we're doing here. So essentially yesterday I drilled out all to a depth all the spots for essentially the mortise. That gives you, I may have showed that to you yesterday, that gives you a spot that looks a lot like that. So that hogged out a bunch of material, but I still got to do some hand chiseling and all that kind of good jazz to get it done right and to get everything to fit good. So that's kind of what we're working on, is getting that out. It is really a hand fit type of thing. They're a lot sloppier than I really would like them to be. I'm not real sure why. The tendons themselves are actually a little bit over a quarter, so I assumed if I used a 1/4 inch bit on the drill, see how that wiggles? Doesn't really matter, but I assumed that if I used a 1/4 inch bit on a drill that these would be tight, but they're, once I kind of chisel everything out, I've noticed that they're not quite that tight. I also had to cut this board down a little bit for some reason. It's one of those measure twice things, and I measured twice. But apparently, when I butted this leg up, I was 1/4 inch off, so I had to take a 1/4 inch off this little section right here and the shoulder, and this is all dry fit, so I'll fill in all the gaps and all that kind of good jazz later. Of course, this will all be on the bottom. Nobody's going to see anything. Anyway, so got that done. The other part so once I kind of get all these mortises cut out so that the tendons fit in there, the next phase is to actually go around and, just because of different nuances in the wood, I'm going to have to go in and one at a time take these out and sort of hand chisel out that shoulder so that I don't really have that much of a gap. This one here is not too bad, but I got to work on that one over there for sure. And then this one here, I got a little bit of a gap, so just a little bit of chisel and have to mark out kind of down here where I want to take out, and kind of play with it a little bit to see what I want to do there. I'm pushing these around. So anyway, so to get them to fit as tight as I can, anyway, those shoulders. I don't want to put a whole bunch of putty and stuff on, and filler on this, even though it's all going to be painted. It probably doesn't matter at all. I'd like it at least to be halfway decent quality. So anyway, this side over here is loosey-goosey. I am really irritated about that, but oh well, glue is glue, and if I need to, I can't believe how much of a gap there is there on that one. If I need to, I'll cut a sliver and shove it in there. I don't know if just that tendon came out looser than the others or what, but anyway, kind of weird. So a lot of work, and then of course the big thing I need to do this today is get these tendons cut, and that's going to be a challenge. So hopefully, again, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock on a Sunday, so I don't know if I'm going to hit my goal, but hopefully I can get all these cut, tightened up, then I can do some measurements, cut the molding up there, and get the molding glued today. So if I can get the molding glued today onto the boards and get them setting like I want, ready for dry fit, and then I guess I could start working on the rails on the bottom this week. That's another little board that's up there. Got a whole lot of work I got to do for the rails though, because these dowels over here are going to run between the rails for magazine rack stuff. So got some more poplar dowels, so that whole bottom part's all going to be poplar. So anyway, so I got to get those done, and if I can, that'll be neat. I just don't think I'm going to get it done in the next 2 or 3 hours, because I think I'm going to have to go take a break. It's getting hot. Man, I'd like to have this thing finished up in the next couple weeks, but because I still got to do some work on the bottom, and I got a bow tie or an arrow to do on the top. I decided I'm gonna get that split here done. Or I think it's actually over here on this side. I've got bow ties on it over here, but I think I need to make sure I get it done on that top. So I'm either going to put a bow tie or an arrow or something in there to keep that split from going. So I got to do some work there on the top. Even though I osmoed it, I can always sand that piece off and then do my cuts. So still got a lot of work to do. Maybe end of September, I don't know. It takes me so long to do this stuff. Anyway, that's what I'm working on.